Hola Portugal lovers, hola food lovers, Stuart here with another food review video. I'm looking for a cheap place to have lunch at today, only a couple more days here in Portugal, so I don't want to spend too much money. And I found this place here on the corner. It's a coffee shop. They also do a meal of the day, and that's where my son and I are going to have lunch today. Let me see if I can find out the name of the place. It's called Café Contrastes, and we'll see if the quality of the food is any good for the price, of course, because as I said, looking for a cheap meal today. So without further ado, let's go and sit down and get stuck into the meal. Vamos! Now our search for cheap eats here in Portugal continues. We've found this coffee shop which is called Contrastes, and we've ordered a couple of plates of the day, also some soup as well. Interesting to see what the quality is going to be like. It's not a very big place, it's not a fancy place, but this is the type of place in Portugal where I reckon you can get decent food at a decent price, and that has been my objective over the last month or so, to find places like this where you can eat well, as I said, for a reasonable price. It's not easy nowadays because in this part of Portugal, tourism has taken over. A lot of the restaurants that were cheap 10 years ago are now more expensive. Of course, tourism has come into this town. People have more money to spend, and it's getting more and more difficult to find reasonably priced meals, in my opinion, of course. So as I said, going to see what the quality is like today and also the price. Stay tuned for that. Washing it down today with a cold Portuguese beer. Super Bock is on the agenda again today. They've also given me a cold glass. The first dish has arrived. Obrigado. And let's see this beer in the cold glass. Very refreshing on a warm day like today, around 23-24 degrees Celsius. Nice cool breeze blowing, by the way, so not complaining about that. Let's see the quality of the beer. That has hit the spot and will go down well with my lunch today. Now, the soup of the day has arrived. To be honest, I've got no idea what the soup is. It's some type of yellow and green mix that I've got going on here. Obviously got something in here, not sure exactly what it is, but we'll see what the quality is like. Yeah, it's not bad. Fairly stock standard soup here in Portugal. Nothing out of the ordinary. But of course, for the price that you pay, you can't complain. So I found out what the soup is called. It's called sopa de caldo verde, which is a green soup apparently by the name. And we can see that it is indeed a green soup. And it's not bad, as I said before, as a first course. So my first course is done and dusted, my sopa de caldo verde, and as I said, it wasn't a bad way to start the meal today. Looking forward to the second courses, which should be coming out in just a moment. Stay tuned for that. Okay, now my second course has arrived. On the plate now you can see what looks to be strips of pork belly. Get a closer look at that, Dave. You can see exactly what's going on there. We've also got some fries which seem to have been cut on the premises. Let's see. Absolutely good quality fries, no complaints. Now let's tuck into this pork belly, or entremeada as it's called here in Portugal. Let's see if it's seasoned well, let's see if it's well cooked, let's see if it's flavoursome. Absolutely. It's also accompanied with some rice, which has some tomato running through it as well. Let's try this. Nice. We've got some salad. As I said, these hand-cut chips, which are a standout. Now, what about the quantity? I'd love to know if this is a decent size serving for Portugal, or if I go inland 50 or 60 kilometres, I'm going to get a bigger serving. I don't know. For me, this is perfect, but the size of the dish that I had the other day, as I said, 50 or 60 kilometres inland, was a lot bigger, and it was only €1 more, I think. But yeah, we'll see what the price of this is at the end of the meal. My son's main course today is fried chicken fillets, panados de frango as they're known here. We've also got the home cut chips, the same type of rice, the same salad, and the chicken that we've got there. What's your opinion, Dave? Any good?
It's good, yeah.
Good. So my main course has finished, my plate of the day. Left a fair bit of the fat, not really interested in eating that, of course. I want to live beyond the age of 60 if I can, so not eating a lot of this fat, but it was a fatty cut of meat, of course, the one that I had. As I said before, it was flavoursome. My son's happy with his meal as well, so really no complaints as far as this place is concerned. But of course, it will all come down to what we are charged for this meal today, so stay tuned for that, and also my final thoughts. Now the bill has arrived, the bill has been paid. How much do you think we have paid for the meal today at this place here, Cafeteria Contrastes in Peniche, Portugal, central Portugal? Well, the answer to that question is €21.75, as we can see here for two people. That is, I'm going to break it down. The two plates of the day, €18. The iced tea that my son had, €1.50. My beer, €1.40, which is quite cheap. A coffee also, 85 cents. So I've decided to finish the meal today like a Portuguese person would, with a strong coffee. So I'll knock that off in just a moment and also see what the quality of that is like. So €21.75 for the meal, €9 each basically is what we have paid for the two meals of the day. My final thoughts, well, not much I can say. It was a fairly stock standard meal, a worker's meal if you like, and the price, too expensive for the size of the dishes today? Don't know. Let me know your opinion in the comment section below. Any Portuguese people watching, let us know if that was good value for money or not, paying €9 for that. The beer, $1.40. As I said, I reckon that's cheap. Coffee's only 85 cents. In Spain, you'd probably pay at least €1.70 for this coffee, and the can of soft drink, well, the iced tea, €1.50. So, as I said, €21.75. Rating, I'm going to give this place a 3.8, maybe 4 out of 5. The service was almost non-existent. The quality of the food, a 4. The atmosphere, 3.5, because we're sitting outside here today, so not much atmosphere going on in this joint, but what can we expect? So, a cheap meal here in Portugal, or at least I think it is a cheap meal, but again, I'd love to hear your opinion on the matter. Questions and comments, please leave them in the section below. If you have anything to add to the conversation today, let me know in that comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video when I publish it. Time for the coffee. Let's see if it's any good. As always, great coffee in Portugal. Até logo.